attending my training on differentiated training for behavior management and de-escalation. The goal today is to provide K-4 teachers with personalized techniques for behavior management and conflict de-escalation, emphasizing relationship building and a calm classroom environment. That was random. The objectives today are to learn personalized strategies to manage student behavior, de-escalate conflicts effectively, and adapting strategies to meet the developmental needs of students. Okay, this is our first activity. It says, what would you do? The scenario is a student is shouting during group time. What is your first move? So you can turn to a neighbor or you can think to yourself, what would you do? What's your first immediate response that you would do? Be ready to discuss it. Okay, so your immediate response would be ignore it. Okay, so how I would approach it is I would stay calm, and give an example is you could approach the student and say, I see you're upset, let's use our quiet voices. You could use nonverbal cues and use a hand signal or point to a visual aid that reminds the student of their appropriate behavior, like a quiet card or what else could you use?
Classroom notes on the wall.
Okay, what else? A big red stop sign, right. You could use proximity control, which means you could move closer to the student without calling them out and show attention and support that way without calling them out so that the other students don't give them attention that's not wanted. This provides a clear, focused approach to managing the situation calmly and effectively. And I'll put all these on here, but I didn't switch it because I didn't want y'all to know the answer. We talked about it. Okay. Now our next activity is behavior strategy brainstorms. So this is a group task. We're going to brainstorm strategies for a mild disruption, moderate conflict, and a severe escalation. So you're going to talk amongst yourselves, and you can write down on your post-its what would you do if you had first a mild disruption, then a moderate conflict, and then last a severe escalation.
You ready for us?
Yeah, go ahead. You go. I'll give you like a minute.
Switch it up, have different choices, but and then come back.
disruption. Okay, so for a non-verbal reminder, you could use eye contact or a raised hand to signal the student to stop talking. You could do like we talked about before, you could point to the stop sign, or like you said, you could point to the class rules sign. A gentle redirection, briefly redirect the student by saying, please wait your turn, or let's listen first. Positive reinforcement, praise students who are following the rules to encourage others to do the same. Like, what do you think, what could you say? Praise the students who are following the rules to encourage others to do the same. What could you say?
You could say, oh, I love how you raised your hand.
Right. Now, what did y'all come up with for mild disruption?
I put
Redirection.
Okay, just a redirection. All right, good. That one's on there. Good job. You could also use, like I said, visual cues, like the stop sign and pointing to the rules for the classroom. All right, what did you come up with for moderate conflict?
I said that we could use first then. First we gotta do our work and then you can do what you wanna do.
Okay.
It's almost similar, just offer different choices maybe.
Different
and then
choices.
come back.
Okay, awesome. This one, I'll put down, offer choices. Offer choices, you could use a calm, clear voice to talk to the student privately. Calmly explain to them the importance of the task and the consequences of not participating. An example would be, I understand you don't want to do this right now. Can I help you get started? Sometimes helping them get started makes them want to follow through and get it done. You could break down the task, make it into smaller, more manageable tasks. That way they can see the end of each smaller task. Or give them an incentive to get it finished, you know. And you could do an incentive even if you break it down into smaller tasks. You can do an incentive for each smaller task. And then what did you get for severe escalation?
I said move them to a safe place.
Okay,
Remove them from the group.
okay. For physical aggression, you have to stay calm and safe, of course. You need to keep them safe. Maintain a calm and neutral tone, ensure safety for both the student and their peers. Remove others from the area if necessary. Sometimes that's not always feasible. You need to remove the student from the area. Use a calm down space. Set clear, firm boundaries. You tell the student we don't hit in the classroom with your calm voice. And then you can tell them they need to take a timeout or a break. Allow the student to take a break to regain control before discussing the incident. Okay, that was good. All right, discussion questions. How do these strategies address different behavior levels? And number 2, why is staying calm essential during de-escalation? And number 3, how can strategies be adapted for younger versus older students? All right, how do you think these strategies address different behavior levels?
I mean, it starts out from the least behavior to the most max behavior.
All right,
It could be as simple as just pointing to a visual versus removing them from the classroom.
yeah, exactly. Visual cues and general reminders redirect behavior. Moderate conflict, we're using tools. Maintaining control, showing respect for the student. And then severe, of course, you're gonna have safety first. And then you're gonna de-escalate high stakes situations to prevent harm from the student and their peers. All right, question number 2, let's go back. Why is staying calm essential during de-escalation?
It's important so you don't escalate it even farther.
You diffuse tension. Don't cause any more. You're modeling the behavior. Calmness demonstrates self-control, emotional regulation. Students emulate that most of the time, some of the time when they see it. You're minimizing escalation with your calm demeanor. It diffuses tension. You're maintaining authority. Your calmness ensures that you remain in control. What else are you doing?
Trust.
Fostering trust with the student. That's very important. And respect. And then you can, when you're calm, you can focus on the resolution. Let's go back. Okay, number 3, how can strategies be adapted for younger versus older students?
Like for younger students, you probably wouldn't use as many words or as big of words, and older students, you know, you could talk to them more on like a, hey, you're my friend.
Yes, you're gonna use simple, concrete language, right? And you're gonna incorporate physical actions like it says, clapping patterns or designating calming areas. Emphasize immediate rewards instead of when you calm down.
Yeah.
I will give you this, but if you stop screaming right now,
Yeah.
you know. Older students, you can use collaborative problem solving, like, let's figure this out together. Problem solving together is easier with older kids than with younger kids. They, you know, sometimes don't, unable to,
Older kids have a better understanding.
yes,
so it's easier
understand
to
that,
talk to them.
yes. Verbal prompting, encourages reflection. What could we do differently? They understand that better than younger kids do. And logical consequences instead of punitive measures to build accountability. Alright. Okay, elaboration activity. Create a simple list of go-to tools for your classroom. Examples like visual aids, calm down phrases, sensory strategies. What are some more that you could add?
A timer.
Timers, right? That's good. Visual timers, especially. Anything else?
We could always use like the inside out characters to help them explain what emotion they're feeling.
Some emotion charts.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's no reward system
No,
up here.
there's not.
I created that and I didn't even put a reward system up there. I can't think of anything else. Alright. Okay. Alright, that is the end of this.
No, it's under sensory strategies.
Okay.
That's the end of my presentation. If you would, take that exit slip, answer the 2 questions, write down your answers, and then, once you're finished, I'll take those up. That will help me, with some data that I have to take. And, I really appreciate you listening.